So far, they didn't pull him out. He was moving around in the car. If they don't pull him out, they let him die.
Oh my God.
Because the EMTs...
Was that the one in the back seat?
Yeah, the one in the back seat. He's still in the back seat. The one they pulled out is the one in the front seat. The driver.
What's going on? It's my life in the shot. I'm your host, Donald Washington. That was the video of a shooting in South Prairie University Park. I'm going to bring you guys that story. They ended up 1 dead, 2 wounded. I'm also bring you guys the footage out there. That's the black SUV with the door swung open. You can hear somebody saying, hey, somebody was just moving in that back seat. Now they're not moving and the police pulled out the driver, whatever. And they're saying, hey, they didn't pull him out. Sometimes what happens is that if the police get there and somebody's DOA, they may just call the coroner's office. So we don't know what happened in this. I'm going to bring you guys that story. I'm also bring you guys 1 dead, 3 wounded, 5600 block of South Prairie. The victims in that gray Kia is 14 to 17 years old. Young man, 15 years old. That's the young man right there whose picture, his name is Adele Jones. He is 15. He's the one that did not make it. All right. They're also saying in this shooting, that gray Kia, this was New Year's Day. They said in that gray Kia, that gray Kia was also stolen on December 30th. I'm going to bring you guys that. Also, new developments of 9-year-old boy on New Year's Day, 9400 block of South Wallace. This young boy's name is Javarius Watts. He was shot. They're saying new developments in this are saying they're ruling the Cook County's medical examiner's office is ruling this a homicide with multiple gunshots. However, in the same token, they're saying they don't know whether this was accidental or intentional. But the family is saying, hey, this was an accidental shooting. I'm going to bring you guys that. I'm going to also bring you guys, check it out, for 2022, total homicides is 735, which is minus 14% from last year. But nevertheless, still terrible. All right, let's get to this particular story. Story's going to read: one person is dead, 2 others injured in South Prairie University Park around 3 p.m. This was December 30th in the Maple Leaf Apartments. 27-year-old man, and they're withholding his identity, and I don't know why. I wonder why they're withholding it. And 2 other unidentified gunshot victims in their 20s. Take a look at the scene. He's saying, hey, somebody was moving down there.
So far, they didn't pull him out. He was moving around in the car. If they don't pull him out, they let him die.
Oh my God.
Because the EMTs...
Was that the one in the back seat?
Yeah, the one in the back seat. He's still in the back seat. The one they pulled out is the one in the front seat.
All right, now, let me bring you guys this. I also had a video of this that you can hear people down the street talking. A lot of times I like to hear and see and hear what they're talking about. All this stuff is posted on my Facebook page, My Life in the Shot.
Yeah. Okay. We're doing CPR on, yeah.
And something like I like to say, man, imagine the trauma that people in the neighborhood seeing stuff like this, you know, man, is a tragedy. The victims' ages was 14 to 17. Story is going to read. A team in shooting at 14's the total New Year's Day have been identified as 15-year-old Adele Jones from the Cook County Medicals. They're saying 1 team was killed, 4 others, total 3 others shot. Total 4 teams was in the car. Jones was the driver, pronounced dead on the scene, while another was in critical condition. The other 2 teams in fair condition. Ages of 14 to 17. According to the victim's vehicle, this is the victims. These are the 14s that was in the silver Kia was previously stolen December 30th. They're offering a $15,000 reward for information, and that's coming from I know that Father Flaker offers $5,000 for every unsolved murders. So I'm wondering, they also said something like activists put up money as well. So shout out to them. I know Andrew Holmes also has a foundation where he puts up like $2,000 per gunshot victim, something like that. So check out Andrew Holmes as well. But the story's gonna read that a car just pulled up on 5600 block Perry and just started firing.
Yeah, this one gone right here.
That's
Saying it happened about 1:19
Oh,
p.m.
no.
The first the car just pulled up and opened fire on the team.
There's his arm.
So, Javaris Watts, 9 years old. New Year's Day. Shooting happened around 6:30 p.m. on 94th and South Wallace. The officer found the child with several gunshot wounds. You know, and they're not saying whether it's an accidental homicide or an intentional homicide, but the family is saying, hey, it was an accidental homicide. It was New Year's Day. So, you know, a lot of times people go out New Year's Eve, 12, shoot them shots off, man. So, they say community activists are offering to pay the child's funeral. That's cool. Like I said, I know Andrew Holmes has a foundation where he collects. Andrew Holmes is an activist that advocates for gunshot victims. I didn't know this at first, but I saw that his daughter was at a gas station. And I actually had the video. His daughter was at a gas station, Andrew Holmes, and she was caught crossfire. People were shooting at each other, and she was caught in the crossfire. All right, now they're saying this young man was a very nice young man. Used to help some lady groceries every day. Seemed like a very nice. They're saying more details about this 9-year-old. Family members say it was an accidental shooting. Total homicides. And I'm going to give my opinion after all this on all these stories in a hot second. Total homicides, 735. The neighborhoods, Garfield Park, 47. Inglewood, 47. Austin, 48. South Shore, 42. The exact same 4 that made the top last year are the exact same 4 that made the top this year. All those police cameras that you see outside everywhere on all the poles, they know where to put those cameras because they know where most of these homicides are going to come from. As of 2 days ago, what's today, the 4th? I took this screenshot yesterday or the day before yesterday. Already 6 homicides. It ain't but the 4th. And I'm sure that number is higher than that, you know. Teens in a stolen car. Man, you know, stolen cars in Chicago was an epidemic last year. I don't know the exact number. I did have the exact number. I will bring you guys in another video the exact number, but it was an epidemic. It was so many stolen cars, and so many of these teens go out and they're just joyriding in these cars, man. But it's still very dangerous out here, man. So y'all youngsters, man, y'all gotta be careful out there, man. 9 years old, New Year's Eve, man. You know, it could have been anything. Somebody left a gun out, let it, you know, somewhere. And it is hard to keep up with it, man. Sometimes, you know, man, I have mine in my car, forget to lock it. And forget to even lock my doors or something, or wherever it's at. I have multiple ones, and wherever they at. And, man, sometimes you'll put it up, you'll bring it in, put it up somewhere, and go do something else, man. So, it's a tragic 9-year-old boy, man. So, when I did my concealed carry, gun safety was like priority. Gun safety, gun safety. Take that clip out, hide the clip, put the clip somewhere else, lock it up, make sure you lock it up with a key and get used to that routine every time you do anything. New Year's Eve, when you go out there, you bust that. But that's why, man, on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, most of the time I did go out this New Year's Eve against my best judgment because I was super bored. But normally that day I just sit down. That day I just like, man, today I'm going to sit down. I go out a lot, yes. But New Year's Eve, man, it's just too much going on. Too many roadblocks, too many police, too many fights, too much drinking, too much shooting. That one day, man, I choose just to sit down that day normally. Normally, man, and that's a good thing to practice for everybody. Just let that day be. Let that day be. Let everybody else go out. They charge 3 times more for everything. It's too crowded. It's too packed. There's so much trouble out there. Just let that day go, youngsters. I'm glad I did, man. I always just said, you know what? I'm going to bring in this New Year's at the crib. I can avoid all that out there, man. Ain't nothing but trouble. Anyway, shout out to everybody sending me stories. Shout out to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Try to follow my Twitter. Definitely follow my Instagram. I try to do my lives everywhere. Peace, y'all. Peace.